Most recently, I had taken my grandfather to the hospital for an outpatient procedure, and we're in this room, and it's all gentlemen his age, and there's three of them in there, and there's this one man and his wife, and he was in a wheelchair, and he seemed really ill, like fluish ill. And then I start having this conversation with them both about where he works and all these things, and that man goes in, and I'm left with his wife, and we have a little bit more of a conversation, just normal stuff of where we work and live and all these things. And when my grandfather comes out and he's ready to go, I feel this stirring inside me, and I just knew I had to share the gospel with her. And my intent that day was to pray for my grandfather, but not to evangelize at the hospital. But there was just a stirring in me, and so just before we left, I said to this woman, I spend a lot of my spare time helping people that are far from God become close to God. And as soon as I said that, I got a little bit of an eye roll, which I just recognize as people that have been driven away from God by religion. And I asked her if I could pray for her, and she kind of seemed to reluctantly say okay, and I knew that was because I had helped them and we had chatted and sort of made this little connection. So I prayed for her, and I put my hand on her shoulder, and I just prayed that God would touch her heart in a tangible way so that she would know that he was real. And I prayed that I thank God for meeting this couple today, and I prayed for her, as her being the caregiver for her husband, that God would give her strength and rest in caring for her husband. And again, I prayed that God would touch her heart in a tangible way so that she would know he was real. And when I was done and I looked up, she was crying, and I just said to her, man, I said, that's God touching your heart right now. I said, that's not religion and all that stuff. That's all stuff that we made up. This is the real, tangible God. And as I even said that, she was just crying more as God was just touching her heart. And it's just opportunities like that. I just can't let go. I just have to try to follow the Spirit, man, and listen, and just to share that with people. It's just so good.